I am troubled slightly by the idea of the Prime Minister being so brazenly cowardly and refusing to face down face-marked freaks on his own back benches, but obviously being cognizant of the fact that the public health and safety does depend in part upon people continuing to wear them on public transport. I do not understand, and this is what I mean about the world's smallest violins, in that we can't repeat verbatim the questions that we were asking yesterday and the day before and last week and last month and for most of last year. But the absolute brazen cowardice of refusing to face down his own freak show while instructing today people like Grant Shapps to go out and endorse what is presumably the scientific advice they're receiving. You and I thought after yesterday's show, with regard to the sort of bar owners and the event organisers and the shopkeepers who rang in, I suddenly sort of thought, why does it feel so wrong that they're now being required to decide what policies to approach with regard to the coronavirus and their own customers and patron safety? Why does it feel so wrong? And I realised, I hate it when this happens. The French call it l'esprit d'escalier. And it's about having a brilliant idea when you're sort of fleeing in ignominy down the back stairs of the house after failing to make that point or to realise that thing at the moment when it was most crucial. But I realised shortly after coming off air, it's because, you know, our mate in Sheffield with the late night bar and Richard, who organises the Northern Soul events in the north of England, and our shopkeeper friends and our publican friends, they don't have chief medical officers. They don't have chief scientific advisors. They don't have the biggest brains in the land at their daily disposal to advise on what is and what is not safe. There is literally an army of experts and advisors that Boris Johnson can call on at any time of day or night to answer questions about things that would, in normal circumstances, be at the top of any leader's to-do list. He can literally call upon the best scientists in the world, even the ones that aren't on the payroll, like Whitty and Balance. You know, one imagines that if he wanted to put a call through right now to Professor Sarah Gilbert at the University of Oxford, the woman who came up with the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine, one imagines that she would take his call. You know, he's got all of that. And yet he has said to you, the landlord of the Dog and Duck, the owner of Taboo nightclub. They were called things like Taboo when I was a kid. Mirage nightclub. You, the landlord of the White Swan, or the owner of a t-shirt shop in Uxbridge. He has said to you, oh, yeah, no, you decide what you're going to do. Even though you haven't got a chief medical officer or a chief scientific advisor, you've got a greengrocers in Grantham. But you decide what you're going to do on this. Me, I'm just the Prime Minister. Yeah, all right, I've got these people on speed dial, but I'm not going to ring them, you know. That'd be ridiculous. I've got socks to wash. I've got wallpaper to polish. I don't know what he does all day. He doesn't do any Prime Ministering, does he? I've got England footballers to offend. But you with your little shop or your big nightclub, you can decide how to handle this.